After backpacking our way up the east coast of Australia, blowing our money on kebabs, partying and shitty beer, we find ourselves in the northern city of Cairns in desperate need of a job. Some smart person who ironically suffers from motion sickness decided it would be a great idea to try and find work on a boat. So that's exactly what we did. We headed for the boatyard.
So me and Paul are in Cairns right now. Yep. We're on a mission to get some work on a boat.
Yeah, make some big bucks.
After hunting around for an hour or so, we landed ourselves jobs as deckhands aboard a local tuna fishing boat. With absolutely no idea what we were getting ourselves into, we packed our bags and set off on our voyage the next day.
So we're just maybe an hour from port. Got a lot of shit done, got all the lines ready to fish. Looks like we're gonna be fishing deep into the night tonight. Sleep when we're dead, I guess, make some cash. We all get a split profit of the outcome of the boat, so however much money this boat makes is kind of what we're gonna make. So far so good. Going out to sea.
From the sounds of it, we're going to be throwing lines over at about 3 in the morning. So I don't know how sleeping's going to work. We have our own little beds in the cabin at the front there that's just kind of cut into the hull. Super basic, but we'll see how it goes. So far, this beats cotton farming. We're outdoors, we're on the water. This is my element. Obviously, this is hour 2 of day 1 out of 7. So we'll see how it goes. Seasickness, never had it before, don't know what it's like. We may or may not see clips of me seasick, I hope not. We'll see how that goes. This guy on the other hand.
Speaking from experience, seasickness is the worst sickness. It drains your will to live, and I got drugs, so no one's getting seasick on this voyage, I promise you that.
So, I am first on night watch. It's about 1 AM right now. Everyone's asleep and I am at the helm. It's pretty much all autopilot, so I just have to monitor stuff, check the radar, watch out for ships, massive ships. It's pretty quiet here. We're outside the barrier reef right now. We're way past that. At 4:30 we'll start the bait and hooks. Hopefully we'll catch some tuna.
After keeping watch till the early hours, I was pleasantly surprised to wake up at 8 AM, fresh and ready to start the day.
Day 1 at sea. So we didn't get up at 4:30. I finished my night watch and went to bed and kind of woke up at 8 o'clock and everything was calm. Not many fish out here right now, and we are literally in the middle of nowhere. It's amazing how blue the ocean is out here. Absolutely beautiful. Vast.
With little action on the fish finder, we decided to move to a different spot. This gave us enough time to fix a few lines and play a few pranks, most of which Paul was at the receiving end of. Soon enough, we found a spot that was promising and started baiting up and throwing out lines. Now the way this works is you have 4 kilometers of line on which you run off the boat. This floats on the surface, and to this you attach 500 lines with baited hooks. After we run out our lines, it's time to eat and grab some quick shut-eye before we pull everything back in 4 hours. Still groggy, we navigate our way back to the lines using beacons, make ourselves a cup of tea and get ready to pull in our catch.
Time to pull in our first lot of fish.
Yeah. Although we were fishing for tuna, it became pretty clear that other fish such as wahoo, marlin and sharks enjoy a free meal too.
Yeah, it looks like a shark.
This is one of the more sustainable and humane ways of fishing tuna. I couldn't help but cringe though each time one was killed. Despite this, we still ended up filling up at least one of our tanks. By the time day 5 rolls around, we've already filled up 2 tanks and caught 18 tons of fish. However, soon after pulling in our 5th catch, we run into quite a serious problem.
One of the hydraulic lines went, and
our rudder is full lock to starboard, which means we are on a full right turn whenever we start the engine. We have no steering basically. Advancement. Our only solution now is to hand steer the boat 200 miles back to shore. God, it's probably near midnight right now. We're doing shifts at using the rudder here, using our iPhone to navigate. It's pitch black. I can't see shit. The iPhone GPS is slow to react, so you've got to kind of get the feel for this. I can't even describe the amount of force that goes into this rudder to steer this 65-foot fishing boat. We've got 24 hours of driving to do like this. It's absolutely nuts. I haven't had a meal in God knows when. None of us have really eaten. Paul's sleeping, he's seasick. But hey, this is survival, right? Like, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not thinking about how many hours I'm putting in to get on a paycheck. I mean, you either do it or you don't. You do it or you sit out here in the middle of nowhere. So, dreaming and wishing isn't gonna get me back. So, started my second shift at 5:30. Had a little bit of a nap. The other boys are sleeping right now. I'm at the helm. Just getting us back to port. After 24 hours, we make it back to port and unload all of our fish. This one got taken by a shark when we were pulling it in. Final job is to clean up the boat before we go for a well-deserved beer.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I kiss the floor. It's beautiful. I love this. I love this. I like ground underneath my feet. Fuck water, dude.
We're back on terra firma. Pretty tiring work. Looks like we got some good fish. I mean, we filled one tank up, had a little bit in the second. A couple of our fish got taken by some sharks. But honestly, it was such a cool experience. We did some really hard work, fast paced, had very little sleep. But such teamwork, such teamwork. It's hard to get that anywhere. And we drove ourselves back after a kind of mess up with the steering. Now we're back in Cairns. We're gonna have some money in our pocket. We get paid on Monday. So we are gonna celebrate with a couple beers, gonna have a really nice meal, and reap the benefits of doing a little bit of work for a while.
German beer. Big man beer.
Turn the camera this way some more. Yes,
Oh, yeah, we are friends.
We drink the Stein. So good.
Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. I'm feeling fine.
Check out last week's video where I went and worked at one of the world's largest cotton fields and had to hitchhike home when things went wrong. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.